How we doing, everyone? This is going to be completely not edited anything. As you can tell, I'm in a hotel room because, of course, I'm going to be working. Tomorrow will be my first day of actual production. I've been here for a week back in LA, and we just went through pre-production for a week, and now I'm going to be in 4 weeks of production with Crispin Glover. I actually spoke to him today. Of course, he played Marty McFly's dad in Back to the Future, so it'll be the first time meeting him. He was also in Charlie's Angels with Cameron Diaz, etc. So excited to meet the guy. He sounds like a nice guy, and it should be fun. So also remember that Mythlords is going to be launching on the 20th. We're going to be doing, it's my one day off that I can actually do the launch. So we're going to have a live stream for that as well. So look for that. The description below, we already passed 1,000. We're getting up to 1,050 followers right now with still weeks to go. So I think we're going to have a really good first day. And thank you all if you are one of those followers. I appreciate that. And I appreciate all the support and everything else that I've been getting so far. Exciting stuff. So I wanted to go through the Free Comic Book Day from yesterday, and I'm just going to go through them like in alphabetical order. I'm just going to go through them really quick. I'm not going to go page by page like I normally do. I'm just going to give like a little synopsis. So I'm going to do an alphabetical order, no less. So my regular comic shop in LA, in Atlanta, saved some for me. So I'm actually have 9 of them. So we're going to kind of go through it. But I was really excited to see Clock King in this one. So this is Absolute Power. This is the new one from Mark Waid. So we have 2 different events going on, one from Marvel and one from DC. And this is going to be leading up to from the Brainiac event that's going on right now. But Clock King's in this one, which I really haven't seen him since Batman the Animated Series. So it's and then Dreamer's in this too. Like I thought, I wasn't gonna do this, but so they're bringing in kind of Suicide Squad, and then we get to see this. So I guess Waller beat the Justice League. I don't know. I don't know what all this is. It's interesting though that's basically the storyline, but it was only a few pages long, and all these they're just a few pages here and there. But I find that interesting. So, it's fail safe, which is on the thing here. So I guess this is like a female Brainiac that Brainiac is building right now in this event that's going on right now. And then you have fail safe, and then you have Waller. So I guess they are Justice League busters. I guess we'll find out. Looks good. So we'll see. As opposed to not looking so good. This is the intro to Blood Hunt. I have no desire at all to read this event. Just none. And then I found out that Blade is actually one of the villains. Like, what? So the dialogue, this is by Jed McKay, and the dialogue for Spider-Man here is so bad. It's so cringe that I was like, ooh, do I really want to read this? It was so bad. This guy does not have any sense of humor. He does not know how to write dialogue for Spider-Man. And he's like, I'm not even joking, man. Who are you? I am Dr. Dark. Dr. Dork? Oh, and then we go on with the Dr. Dork thing throughout the entire Spider-Man piece. Right? That's the joke. That's the running joke. That's not even funny, man. It wasn't funny the first time, the second time, the third time. None of it. Oh, it's just bad. It's just bad. In fact, he says at the end here, the guy just like implodes or something. I don't even know. And he says, another unproblematic win from our Spidey. Not our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. No, it's just bad. It's just bad. And then we get into Daredevil. We get into Fantastic Four. It's like 2 pages apiece. And then we get into Blade's daughter. Who cares at all? And then at the end, Dracula shows up, and that's the end. It's just awful. Just awful. And then we get into this Jubilee story. I don't know. So Jubilee's hanging, going around, and she runs into these guys that are like frat boys, and they run her off the road. And then we go to, if she follows them to a diner, and there's a mutant there that's part of this dark, I don't know, there's like an M thing, like, I don't know, Monsterverse or some stuff like that. We got to stick together. And when have you ever gotten to a restaurant where the person that's cleaning the dishes is right behind the counter? That doesn't make any sense. They would be shut down in about 5 seconds because that is unsanitary. Because you could splash right on the counter. So bad. I mean, this whole book is just awful. Just awful. It just makes me thank goodness that I'm not collecting this. So I would keep, if anybody's collecting Blood Hunt and likes it, let me know. But I am going to be keeping away from that. All right, then we go into Conan. This is the battle for the Blackstone, which is happening right now. If you've watched my other videos, this is all about that. And we start out with the battle with the Picts. And then we get this big guy here, and he ends up taking him out. And then there's this. This is where it's interesting. So I don't know where they're going with this, but anyway, he falls on his knees when he sees the symbol on the necklace of the guys, and it's like embedded in a rock. And then all of these other people have the same reaction throughout time. So we have Brissa. We tell the whole story of everything that's happened with Conan up to this point. But look at that. So you got Solomon Kane. I don't even know these characters, but I assume that these are all characters that the guy who created Conan created. And Dark Agnes, El Borak, Professor John Corriman, and then there's Brissa, and we see like a wooden leg there. So did she skip through time? I don't know. I don't understand what's going on, but I'm interested. And then they give you like the character designs. I really like this. It's a little teaser. I mean, all these are little teasers. But yeah, it's I'm excited. There's a whole other book coming out though with this Blackstone thing. So, and I'm not collecting Savage Sword of Conan because it's too big. It's like a magazine size. So, but yeah, because it says here, epic adventure begins in Savage Sword of Conan, which I'm not getting, and then into the Battle of the Blackstone, which I will be getting. I hope it's not magazine size. That's the only thing. Okay, so let's jump into the Frazetta-verse. That's actually what that says there for Frazetta-verse, but you can't read it because the font is so messed up, man. Come on. So this is all three. There's all three stories in here. So we have the Death Dealer, we have something Dawn, Queen Dawn, or whatever else, and the Mothman. So we start out with the Death Dealer. And it's a story about, I guess this is stuff that's happened in Death Dealer up to this point, where he falls in love with this woman, and she has a child, not his, and they get taken, so he gets a sorcerer and a sorceress and a whole bunch of people to help him. And then in his bloodlust, he accidentally kills the kid, and it's exactly what the woman wanted, because sacrificing the child ended up bringing about a demon or something like that. So he goes and he gets a whole bunch of the sorceress and gets a whole bunch of magic users to help him retrieve the child from hell or something to that effect. But the artwork's decent in here. And I tried to read Death Dealer. I really didn't like it. But yeah, I mean, the Frazetta stuff is great, but the comic itself was kind of lackluster. Then we get into this Mothman thing, which I guess is I thought it said Northman originally. I was like, wow, we got a Viking thing, but it's not. It's Mothman. And it's basically a comedy. So, because the Mothman ends up thinking that the dog is the most intelligent creature, and he talks like, a regular guy. So I'm really not interested in that at all. And then we have the Dawn Attack stuff, which is very short. It doesn't really give you anything. The artwork in here is gorgeous, and she's like, "That was mine," because you had this monkey creature eating this, big lizard, and she was like, "That was my kill." But look at the artwork on that; that's awesome. And he said, "I can't understand what you're saying, but I guess you're saying goodbye." And then she kills him and says, goodbye. And then she puts his head on a pike. And I guess she's a princess. And I guess they're waiting for a ship to come. And she's been waiting and waiting and waiting. But yeah, the artwork is great. I mean, just for the artwork alone, I might get that. And then we got Flash Gordon, written by my friend Jeremy Adams. And I was so looking forward to this, Jeremy. God damn it. I'm a huge Flash Gordon fan. I was a huge Flash Gordon fan before the movie came out. And as you know, the movie is, it's very cheese. It's all cheese. But when I was a kid, and I've watched it since then, I still love it, even though it's cheese. But, Ming has a certain look. Aura has a certain look. And this may have been beyond his control. The story itself is good. I like this. It was basically about Ming has a Death Star device, basically a gun that can destroy a planet, and he's going to aim it at Earth, and he's going to destroy Earth finally. So Flash has to get inside to be able to blow it up or whatever, to dismantle it. So he fakes his own death and then destroys the gun. But the design work in here is awful. I mean, whoever designed this never saw a Flash Gordon thing ever. Flash design is okay. I kind of like the red and black. I prefer the original version, the red and blue. But then you look at Ming, and Ming is a goblin? The hell is that? Where's the goatee? Where's any of it? And Aura is a hot chick. I mean, she is hot. And yeah, so he's faked his own death. He's in the thing, and they can't detect a heartbeat or anything. And then that's Aura. What is that? It's another goblin. I mean, I know that's his daughter, but that is not hot, man. Sorry. And then she sends a bullet in there that seeks out his DNA and then rejuvenates him. And again, his design is okay. And Dale's is okay. Dale's is all right. I mean, I don't really see Dale in a pant thing, but whatever. And the Hawkmen thing, I don't know, looking like Vikings. I don't know. But it's the design work killed me. It killed this. I would love to continue it, but I can't. That's what Ming is supposed to look like. There's different versions of Ming right there. One from the movie, and the other guys are green, but he has a goatee, and I assume that he has an Asian look, so they can't use it. I don't know. I hated this. I hated it. I won't be continuing it. Sorry, Jeremy. So then we jump into this one, which I was shocked at this one. I love Johnny Quest, and I was shocked that they were able to do Haji exactly as he was in the show. I mean, the left wingers aren't coming out to fight against the Haji thing, and the fact that the cast is all white, I don't know. I didn't think they could continue Johnny Quest the way it was in the comics, or in the cartoons, but I guess they did. So I guess he had some kind of an experiment. The doctor, which is Johnny's father, and then he has Jace, which is his right hand man, and he was a military guy, and then Haji was kind of his ward that spent time with Johnny, and then there was Bandit, that was the dog. So something happens with lightning, hits the thing while they're on the ship, and when they get home, they're like, well, our home is completely different. What is going on? And we all know once that happens that, they're in the future or whatever, and then this, bug comes out and attacks them and all this stuff going on, and then we have this, somebody's pulling strings here. Really good stuff, man. Really good. And then they did a reprint of the Thundercats, which was god awful. And it's by Dynamite, and Joe Casey's doing this one. This I'll pick up. this I'll pick up, and it's unfortunate, Flash Gordon, I won't be. And then this one, I saw this one, and I was just like, Romeo versus Juliet? What? I have to pick this up because I'm like, I love Shakespeare, but I mean, it's just so odd. I mean, a kill Shakespeare adventure? What? That is amazing. So the dialogue is written really well, and I don't know this guy, Anthony Del Cole, Del Cole. Don't know him. So it starts out with Juliet waking up, I guess, and she ends up attacking these people. I don't know what's going on. And she gets slashed, and she's got she's part of this rebellion that's going on. But we think that, Romeo is dead at this point. And Lady Macbeth is in this, and she's fighting again. And Shakespeare's actual character in here. I mean, the artwork's all right, but the story is intriguing because I've never seen anybody take this on. But she's pregnant. I don't know, man. It's really kind of messed up. And I forgot who this character was here. Hamlet. That's right. So you got Hamlet and you got Lady Macbeth. Wow. It's very, very interesting. And then Romeo comes up at the end and shoots them. I'd like to see more of this. I was very, very intrigued. In fact, I want to read, some back stuff on this guy. But yeah, it was the last one too. It's not even in good shape, but I took it anyway. Liked it. And then I picked up Star Wars. I dropped every bit of Star Wars, and then everything that I was collecting finished anyway, like Bounty Hunters and stuff like that. So this is Charles Soule, Return to Echo Base, and The Curse by Greg Pak for Darth Vader. And the artwork, I've never had a problem with the artwork in Star Wars. It's just that the stories just went to crap. I don't like that they're continuing from Empire and just leaving Han. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm going to go on 10 years of adventures and leave Han with Jabba. It doesn't add up. So they go back because they feel like they left people in Hoth. And of course, they have to take the Millennium Falcon. They're like, we need people, and they think that they're gonna fit every person that's there onto Millennium Falcon. What if there's like 100 people that they left? It didn't make any sense. But I do like the fact that these guys are just playing cards. And they're like, why are we here? There's nobody here. And because we're here because of the general guy. He pissed somebody off, and it's kind of like being sent to Siberia for pissing people off. But they just decide that they're just going to come in and, I guess, attack these people. I do like the fact that Luke attacks the droid, the probe droid. That's kind of cool. And then I guess they only had like 3 people they left behind. I don't know, man. It's just weird. And they were hanging out in the same building that the stormtroopers were hanging out in? That makes no sense. The whole thing was just bad. It's just bad. Not that I mind going back to Hoth. And then they're like, oh, I know where we can go because there's a storm coming in. So he goes back to the Wampa Cave. And the Wampa Cave arm is still there from like 2 years. And it hasn't decomposed and they're going to eat it. What? And I guess all the Imperials froze. It's just bad. And so this is why I dropped it. And then with Vader, he's seeing his future with Luke. And then we get the I miss Sabe. I like the character of Sabe. And the person that was hanging out with Luke in one of the other series there in the Star Wars series. I don't know. And then there's a bug and stuff. I don't know. I really don't care. So I guess Sabe failed the Vader's test, but the other girl passed or whatever. I can give a shit less. All right, and then the last one, the world of James Tynion. So we have the House of Slaughterer in here, or the Something's Killing the Children. And that's what we start out with. So we start out at the beginning of Something's Killing the Children, seeing how the kids ended up in the woods. And it was like a truth or dare thing, and he had no idea monsters were real, and he's got some kind of a interrogation going on. But that's all it is. That's all it is. Is that, and then we go into this wind thing. I don't know. I don't know any of the other stuff, but it's like an apocalyptic thing. And we have this weird sloth. I don't know. It was a thing from Merrimack. I don't know. But anyway, so I can give a crap about any of that. But yeah, I mean, the monster looks kind of cool. But yeah, so that's everything I got. I'm just reading trades for Something Killed the Children. I'm not collecting the series. I'm just reading it after the fact. All right, well, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you picked up on New Comic Book Day. Did you like anything? Did you not like anything? What do you think of the design work for Flash Gordon? Because I just hate it. I just hate it. And Jeremy, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, man. It wasn't your writing. The design work is just horrible. Whoever made those decisions needs to be shot. But also remember that the 20th, we're going to be releasing Mythlords. It is a area control game with deck building, and you get to play as monsters. So you get to play as Dracula or Frankenstein or Creature in the Deep or the werewolf or whatever. Yep, we got some really good artwork in there. It's a strategic game from 1 to 4 players, and on top of that, there's a Dark Wizard of Oz expansion that we're doing as well, where you're going to play as Dorothy or the Wicked Witch or whatever. Fun stuff. Anyway, if you're interested in that, the link is in the description below. And I'm sorry that I'm doing this in a hotel, but I wanted to put something up. And I'm going to be working, and I hate to say it. I said I'm going to be working 15 hours, and somebody laughed at that. I'm like, that's what it is, man. Sorry. We're the first in and last out kind of thing. And so normal film is at least 12 hours, not including lunch. That's 13 hours. And then if we go overtime at all, we're into 14, 15 hours, man. Just the way it is. So, yeah, so that's why I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to do anything except for, days off. And I'm working 6 days a week. So anyway, I'm excited to meet Crispin Glover, and I will tell you how that goes. All right? Check out some of my other videos as well. I'm sorry that I'm going to be going dark for a little bit, but I will try to. I had to sign something. I can't even put up any videos from set, so I had to sign something. So I'm literally going to be dark. All right. Anyway, I will talk to you guys soon. I'll see you guys on the next episode, whenever that is.